What's good, Commanders fans? We are going to take over the NFC East. The repeat champion of the NFC East, not happening since 2005 with Donovan McNabb and the Eagles. Was that 2005 or something like that? 2004, whatever that was. It's not gonna happen again. This is just how the NFC East is. This is how it goes. And I do have to tip my cap. I have to tip my bucket hat to the Giants. They showed up last night. They dominated the Eagles from start to finish. I don't care if Jalen Hurts missed Devontae Smith wide open or A.J. Brown. You let Cam Scatterbo score a hat trick of touchdowns on you, you deserve to lose. A.J. Dillon fumbling. They stopped Saquon Barkley most of the game. They had to rely on a tush push 4 times in a row just to score. The Eagles are not the same team. No Jalen Carter, I get it. No Landon Dickerson. Quinyon Mitchell got injured, but they were still getting cooked, man. They're just not that team from last year. They're just not that guy. They're not that guy, pal. They're not that same guy or same team from last year. They got very fortunate with the block kicks against the Rams. They got fortunate against the Chiefs. They finally lost a game like they should have against the Broncos. So, I mean, they just got very fortunate along the way, man. And the Giants took it to him. Jackson Dart, man, running around like a madman. Ran for a touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson cooking. Brian Burns playing like a madman. The Giants, man, they played out of their minds, man. I got to give them their credit, man. They really did. And Jalen Hurts, man, like when you ask him to be that guy, he struggles, man. He didn't have that bad of a game. Well, he did. He missed a couple wide open guys. 24 for 33, 283 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But when Saquon's not doing what he did last year, running for 150 yards, 200 yards like he did against the Rams in the playoffs, they're just not the same. Cam Scatterbo, 19 carries for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns. I love to see it, man. I love to see it, man. They are not the same team from last year, clearly, man. And they're not going to win the NFC East, man. It's wide open. I think we're going to get it. I can't sleep on the Giants anymore. I can't sleep. Even though they're 2-4, I can't sleep on it. And then Dallas, they're playing decent football. They're playing decent. They're beating the opponents that are in front of them, like the Jets. They took care of business against the Jets. They did what they were supposed to do. But there's trouble in paradise. A.J. Brown doesn't want to be there. Clearly, he's checked out. He had one of his better games, but he's still not happy. I mean, he's happy. He probably got 80 receiving yards. He'd probably rather have it this way and lose as of recent. That's just the attitude that he's had. But they are struggling right now, man. They are struggling. I get they're going to get Jalen Carter back and some guys, but they definitely should have lost a couple of games that they've won already. They got very fortunate. Yeah, Dallas, CeeDee Lamb had a bunch of drops. Jake Ferguson had a drop. They barely beat the Chiefs with a bunch of touch pushes. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were roaring back in that game. So Nick Sirianni's getting exposed. Jalen Hurts getting exposed. They are getting exposed right now. And if you slow down Saquon, it could be a wrap for the Eagles. It could be a long season for them, man. I could see they're still gonna win it. They're still gonna make the playoffs, but it could be like 10-7 instead of them going like 12-5 and 11-6. And their schedule is pretty tough. They do play the Giants again, but they got to play at Green Bay, against Detroit, at Dallas, at LA. So they got some time. At Buffalo too. They got to play us twice. So I mean, it's looking real dark for the Eagles. I love it, man. I love it with a passion. I love this. So the NFC East is wide open. But when you let Cam Scatterbo run for 3 touchdowns, you deserve to lose. And Jalen Hurts threw a really bad interception. He's trying to throw the ball to Jahan Dotson. That got picked by Cordell Flott. So I mean, they BTA. It was BTA. It was really BTA. I was just waiting for the comeback the whole game. I was like, okay, the Eagles are gonna come back. They're gonna come back. And then it was just BTA for the rest of the game. 34-17, man. 34, and they were 7.5-point favorites on the road in New York. So shout out to the Giants for that, man. And you know what we did to the Giants. I get it, Russell Wilson played, but we pulled out the belt on the Giants. We should have beat them 30-6. And we took care of business against the Giants. So you guys let me know what you guys think on that. But I think the NFC East is wide open. I think the repeat thing is going to happen again where nobody repeats, and it's ours for the taking. And we're going to win the NFC East. So, all right, let's get to our game. I'm going to do a quick preview. I basically already looked into the Bears game already, so this is just going to be a quick preview on the injury report and an update on Terry McLaurin. But let's get to today's sponsor, Sleeper. What's good, y'all? Shout out to today's sponsor, Sleeper, the #1 daily fantasy sports app where you can pick more or less on player props like receiving yards, rushing yards, passing yards, anytime touchdowns, scores, defensive props, sacks, more or less. So many things you can pick on the Sleeper app. I'm giving you guys a promo code, Promo code is Oliver for 100% deposit match up to $100 for first-time users. Use the link down below in the description to get that great deal using promo code Oliver. Also, Sleeper has a good deal right now with a $20 free entry for first-time users as well. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. Lastly, let's make a pick for this week. So we're going to take the free square Bo Nix over 0.5 passing yards, and also we're going to take Bill over 65.5 rushing yards against the worst rushing defense in the NFL against the Chicago Bears. So make sure you guys sign up using Sleeper with promo code Oliver. Terms and conditions apply. Use the link down below in the description box to sign up and take advantage of these deals. Shout out to Sleeper. Let's get back to the video. Peace. Oh, mind you, this was without Malik Neighbors. This was without Darius Slayton as well. The guy named Little Jordan, like his real name is Lil Jordan, Lil apostrophe Jordan Humphrey, was out there looking like Cam Sims, number 89, mossing people out there. 4 catches for 55 yards on a 34-yard catch. So they had a guy like Jalen Hyatt had a couple of catches too, man. So their defense is looking real tough, man. I mean, their defense, the Eagles' defense is looking real shaky too. Adoree Jackson was their number 1 corner out there. They are struggling. They're struggling, excuse me. All right, so let's get the keys to victory here. Let's look at the injury report. That's the most important. I mean, this is the easiest keys to victory. So I'm not even going to spend a lot of time doing the preview for this. And keys to victory, just run the ball, man. Run the ball. We got like the number 1 rushing attack. We have 5.9 yards per game rushing, 5.9 yards per rush attempt. We're number 1 in the NFL. 156.4 rush yards per game, number 1 in the NFL. 1.4 rush touchdowns a game. We're number 4 in the NFL. We have Bill. We have C-Rod. We have Jerry McNichols. I mean, Bill is enough, but of course you got to sprinkle in the other guys. We're not gonna. I don't think we're gonna do the committee as much as we did the past couple of games. I think Bill finally is going to be the lead back, so I would expect at least 10 carries, bare minimum. But run the football. I don't care who gets it done, but preferably, of course, it would be our rookie of the week, our FedEx Ground Player of the Week, our LFG Tom Brady Player of the Week, our new Nike brand deal guy, and Bill. I would love it for him to be him, which it should be him, as he is getting better in pass protection. I know Cliff brought that up again in the presser talking about that, but it should be Bill for sure. For sure, he should get at least like 7 yards rushing. Like Ashton Jeanty went crazy on them. The Lions went crazy running the ball on the Bears. They give up a lot of rush yards. They give up like 2.5 yards before contact. Before contact. That's how much they're getting bullied in the trenches. Chris Paul should be balling. Laramie Tunzel, Sam Cosmi might be back. Even if he's not back, the offensive line has been fine. Biotic. Who else? Josh Connolly. Like, we should dominate them. We should dominate Montez Sweat. David O, I think, is the other defensive end. Like, their pass rush is struggling. They have 5 sacks as a team. Dorrance Armstrong, guess what, has 5 sacks by himself. That's how much they don't create pressure. They don't pressure the quarterback. They don't run the ball well. DeAndre Swift is struggling. They're like bottom 5 in yards per carry or yards per game. They struggle to stop the run. They get bullied in the trenches. The 2 games they won, they beat the Raiders. They barely won that game by a block kick. And who else did they beat? They beat the Cowboys. They beat up on the Cowboys, who we know have been super inconsistent this year. So we are the better team. We have the better quarterback. We have the better coaching staff. We have the better running backs. We have the better O-line, the better D-line. We have the better corners. And it feels crazy to say this, but, you know, Tyreek Stevenson, we should dominate him like we did last year, where Terry said, you ain't Shiggy, whether he plays or not. Debo should get after him too. So I just think from top to bottom, we're the better, like I said, better coaching staff, better quarterback, better running backs. We have the better team, but we have to execute and finish this game. You know, no penalties, smart challenges, 2-minute warning, clock management, decision-making by the coaches, kicker, Matt Gay has to be on point. The weather should be fine. I think it's going to rain a little bit actually on Monday night. But other than that, like I said, this is a simple game plan. The Bears are 31st in stopping the run. They're 32nd in yards per carry allowed, 31st for runs of 20-plus yards allowed, 31st for total rush yards allowed. That's how bad the Bears are. They are not good on defense. Jalen Johnson out for the season, their best corner. This is a game where it's a very simple game plan. Jaden should be able to run the ball too. RPOs, all kinds of stuff, design runs for Jaden. This, like, teams that cannot stop the run, like, I hate to compare it to last year, but the Panthers, the Titans, those are the blowout games that we won. The Cardinals, those are the teams that we blew out of the water. There is a potential where we could just dominate this game. I know it's not going to happen because we usually play the Bears tough. But it could get ugly for them. It could get dark for them. This could be a dominant win. I really could see it that way. I know it's going to be close, but it could be that way, and it should be that way. It really should. We got to put all the stuff to bed where people are saying, oh, the Caleb versus Jaden Dora is still open, which technically it is because it's only been 1 year. But Jaden's clearly the better quarterback. And I know they regret not drafting him or bringing him up for a workout, but, it is what it is. So thank you to the Bears. Thank you for Ryan Poles for giving us that layup of Jaden Daniels, taking him at pick 2. So that's really it for the preview, man. I got us winning. It could be 30-23. I see 28-20. I see 27-20, something like that. 27-23, like within the 20s. I think a lot of people think it's going to be a high-scoring game because their defense is not great, and our defense has been inconsistent. We just cannot have the Jekyll and Hyde stuff. Marshawn Lattimore, one good game, one bad game, one good game, one bad game. I want to see Marshawn Lattimore put it together. I want to see Joe Witt Jr. put it together. We got to get pressure on them. They have 2 rookie tackles because Darnell Wright, he was a DNP. I don't think he's going to play again. He has an elbow injury. He could play. Even if he does play, I feel like Dorrance and Duran and Javon and Preston Smith and Von Miller and Jacob Martin and those guys should be able to get after it. And Joe Witt Jr. did a good job against Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is going to run around like a chicken with his head cut off. We just have to stick with our receivers and have gap integrity because he's going to run around like a madman. He's going to run around like a chicken with his head cut off. All right, so excuse me. The biggest news was Terry McLaurin, DNP. I don't think he's going to play on Sunday or Monday night, so we've been fine without him. No shade against Terry. I love Terry, but we've been fine without him. Last point about Terry is we've been okay without him. Debo has stepped up. Luke McCaffrey has stepped up. Jalen Lane on the 3rd and 16. Debo has been incredible. No Yak Zach. We got to get him involved this game. We really do. We got to get him involved. We got to get him some more targets. So that was odd that Jaden didn't throw him the ball much, only one time. But the run game's been humming, man. So we would love to have Terry back. I think Noah Brown is actually going to play. He looked pretty good in some of the clips from some of the local beat reporters. He was limited. John Bates was limited. He's going to play. Sam Cosby, full participant. We don't know. We'll see. Coming back from the ACL. C-Rod was a DNP with a calf injury. I think he'll play. If he doesn't, it's fine. We'll be all right. They can elevate Chase Edmonds or Donovan Edwards. But I think we'll be okay if C-Rod doesn't play. I would love to see him out there, though, and get at least, 3 or 4 carries. Let Bill get 10 to 15. C-Rod get like 2 to 4. McNichols get a couple touches because McNichols is good, too. He breaks a lot of tackles. On the Bears side, Jaquan Brisker, DNP. Grady Jarrett, DNP. That's big if he doesn't play. He hasn't really played that well this year either. Kyle Monangai, their rookie running back, DNP. Darnell Wright, DNP. Kyler Gordon, limited. Jonah Jackson, limited. Colston Loveland, their tight end, rookie tight end, limited. Austin Booker, full. TJ Edwards, full. Running back Travis Homer, full. And their kicker, full participant. Rome Odunze is the biggest guy we got to worry about on offense for them. DJ Moore has not been involved, but of course, we remember the game from a couple years ago, Thursday night, where he went crazy on a man before Ben St. Juice. We kept him in check last year. For the most part, I think he had like 27 yards receiving, so he didn't do much, but you still have to account for him. Luther Burden, Alameda Zacchaeus, former commander from last year, you have to watch out for him. He's been targeted heavily by Caleb Williams. So they have weapons. Colston Loveland, Cole Kmet, like they have a good roster. They have a lot of talent on offense. But Caleb Williams just has not been able to put it together. Ben Johnson saying basketball guys and being disrespectful. We know what we did to him last year. Ball was life against him. And he was shacked in a fool with Jameson Williams using him as a quarterback on a trick play. So be ready for the trick play. Be ready for the flea flicker. Be ready for the reversed pass. Be ready for Ben Johnson to do some shacked in a fool, silly, thinking he's still with the Lions type stuff. So be ready for that. That's one of the keys to victory, too. Who else do they have? Oh, Eric Bieniemy. We got to stick it to Eric Bieniemy for sure. I want to blow him out so bad. And stick to the Bears fans. They're the most annoying fan base. Like, they're starting to be worse than Eagles fans. That's how annoying they are with fake passing charts and just thinking about our quarterback 24/7, 365 days a week. We don't think about Caleb Williams like that, but they're always thinking about Jaden Daniels. So I'll wrap it up here, guys. Like I said, Terry McLaurin, it looks like he may be out this week, and then he'll be back for the Cowboys game. That's kind of what it's looking like. But you guys let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I have us winning 27-20. Comfortable win at home on Monday Night Football. And Bill has a good game. Jaden has a solid game. Debo another good game. So, and some of the other receivers step up and make plays. So, all right, you guys. You guys let me know what you guys think. Health Commanders, have a great weekend. Peace. Happy Friday.